Good morning everyone, and welcome back to the Hearth Fairy. In today's video I will be reorganizing my winter apothecary, or at least parts of it. I will also be finalizing my goldenrod honey for an upcoming baking project, doing a little bit of fairy painting later on, and finally having a cozy forest chat with all of you. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy the video. So as you can undoubtedly see, I have a lot of things. Originally this was going to be a simple tour of my winter apothecary. However, I think it's more about decluttering all of the cool antique things that I have, or shall I say reorganizing them, because I love old things, and I do not consider myself a minimalist in any way, shape, or form. However, I thought it would be really cool just to highlight some fun items that I've thrifted from antique stores over the years, and even where I work I've found some beautiful things, including this curio cabinet, and I got it back in April. Midwinter is coming up soon, and soon enough spring will be here, but in the meantime I have some recipes, even something as simple as a tea blend, that I would like to get started on, and I thought this could be a great time to share with you. So I wanted to start with my giant jar of echinacea from the summer, and if you've been watching my videos, you'll remember when I dried all of this out. I usually make this into a tincture, but I think I'm just going to use it as a dry tea blend. It's beautiful and it reminds me of growing it in the garden over the summer. In fact, as I was going through the footage on this memory card, I found some forgotten footage from the summer, and it's crazy how quickly the view outside the window changes in just a few months, but now I'm very excited for the upcoming months, and yeah, I just thought it was a great little surprise. I always end up drying out violets, and as you can see, they completely fade. The color fades even if you store them in the dark, but I'm thinking the violets, the self-heal, the passion flower, and the redbud flowers that were left over from last spring and summer, I would like to make them into a floral tea blend. I could also do possibly an herbal oil, but I feel like I've made a lot of those and there's only so much I can use since I don't sell the things that I make. It's just for my own personal use. But yes, I think that these would be beautiful together. These thistles have dried beautifully, and I wanted to get creative because thistle to me, I mean, you can use it as a tea, and I've seen one of my favorite creators, Annabelle Margaret, make a milk thistle jelly, which seems like an interesting recipe. However, I kind of want to get crafty with these and make like a floral garland, just taking needle and thread and running it through the seed heads and just stringing it up like you would the orange slices or dandelions or daisies. But why not thistles as a little protection bunting charm? So that could be something for these. I don't think I'm brave enough to attempt anything like a jelly or a jam with thistle, so possibly a craft project with these. I need to strain this out, probably in this video. In fact, I think as soon as I get everything situated back in the cabinet, I'm gonna go over to my altar and go ahead and strain it out, because I have no excuse at this point. I wanted to show you this quickly. I feel like this video is gonna be a disaster. This is cedar oil that I started last week. This is not for any sort of medicinal or topical use. It's really more of a ceremonial use, cedar being something that I would burn for cleansing. But in this case, this would be strained out and used to sort of wipe down my altar or my tools as sort of an anointing oil. And then of course, speaking of ritual, I have some frankincense that I burn. This is whole pieces of the resin. And I will crush this with my mortar and pestle and burn it in my cauldron. That is another thing I plan on doing around midwinter in bulk time. It's just a good smoke cleanse for this room. Again, I am not a minimalist. I love beautiful old things, and I have a feeling that if you are a hobbit like myself, then you will enjoy, hopefully, me organizing my things and putting it back into the cabinet. I don't know. Okay, so I pretty much have everything situated in the cabinet now, and I'm very tired. I think there's something about cleaning and clearing out the energy of a space, and then you realize just how stagnant it was, and how it needed that energetic cleanse as well as just a good organizing. But yeah, I don't know about you, but anytime I declutter and organize, I am so tired after, even though I've just been here in my room. Anywho, I am going to probably get started on either the goldenrod honey or the floral tea blend, so I will see you in a bit. I had to go back up to the house to get my gloves and a cup of tea because it's a lot colder than I realized. I had planned on getting in the car and driving to the lake, one of my favorite places to explore because there's a gorgeous hollow tree there that I featured like last spring. But I decided that this mini hollow tree that I'm sitting next to is perfectly apt, and in fact, I forgot just how beautiful and special this little spot is. As I've started to... Oh yeah, my neighbor behind me in the woods has chickens, so there will be the occasional rooster or a dog barking. So hopefully the mic will work its magic. As I've reconnected back with my art, I have looked back and seen how my style has changed, and I have changed. I've noticed recurring themes and motifs in my work, and one of them is a hollow tree. When I was a young teenager, I will try to find an image of Daphne. I was fascinated with the myth of Daphne and Apollo, and how Daphne escapes by turning herself cleverly into a tree to elude his pursuits. And I don't know why, but that myth has always come up, the idea of a woman merging in with nature and turning herself into a tree. I just found something so mystical about that, and that idea of merging with nature has been a recurring theme in my work. It's funny, I didn't think about coming down here, and I'm so glad I did, because as I was walking down, I've noticed so many things already. For example, black walnuts. I did not know there was a walnut tree, but I look up and I see there's like one or two still attached. If you can't tell, I didn't have any solid talking points for this chat. I just wanted to bring you guys out here and just get some fresh air, and just sitting on the ground has been really nice, just to connect again with nature. I realize you don't have to travel very far to experience the goodness around you. I love this time of day when the sun turns all of the canopies gold. Besides the evergreens, everything's bare, but yeah, you get the beautiful gold branches against the blue sky and all the birds nesting. This is what I think about when I'm staring off into space. People ask me why I'm sad. I tell them I'm not sad, I'm thinking about the trees swaying in the wind. Oh yeah, speaking of tea, I didn't tell you what I was drinking. I have made lemon balm with a dash of my elderberry syrup. In my last video, I had done the oracle reading for you all, and we'd pulled wheat again, and one of my lovely viewers mentioned the Bridget's cross, and I noticed it after the fact, and I realized that would have been great to talk about with Imbolc coming up. Imbolc is midwinter. It is the midway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox, and that is coming up in about a week and a half. I don't know about you guys where you're from, but I feel like here in America we do not celebrate Imbolc, midwinter, midsummer, like they do in a lot of other countries, especially like Sweden, for example. Midsummer is a really big thing there. It's very commonplace, and I feel like Yule and Imbolc, and especially Samhain, that is the biggest one. I feel like those are very commonplace in the British Isles. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I was reflecting on the beginnings of this channel because coincidentally I started uploading around midwinter 6 years ago, and I am the Hearth Fairy. My channel revolves around hearth and home, and as I've looked back in the past year or so, my videos have taken this sort of introspective turn where I'm talking a lot about feelings, and I'm just expressing myself more in that way. And I wondered if that was a good idea for a while, but then I realized that I'm doing exactly what I need to do and what I'm meant to, because feeling at home, it's not just about having a safe physical space that is cozy, warm, and inviting. I love all of these things, but it's about feeling at home within yourself. I just want to reconnect with my art again, and I would want little me, younger me, to look into the future and see the woman she would become. Even though I'm not doing anything grand or special in my life, but that's just it. It's like that Mary Oliver quote, "Tell me, what will you do with your wild and wonderful life?" I'm paraphrasing. And that quote is not about go out and do something special and adventurous. It's the idea that the wonderful aspects of your life are hidden within all of the tiny moments, and that's what I'm here doing, I think. And yeah, it just hit me the other day, that quote. I've lost my train of thought. Also, my feet are asleep. I've been sitting here for quite some time. I will probably do some more filming, and I'll chat with you again soon around midwinter time, but if not, I'm wishing you all a very safe and happy holiday and just a lot of warmth and light during this time of year. And then if you're in the southern hemisphere, it's going to be full summer for you, so I hope you're enjoying the sun and the warmth. Wherever you are, I will talk to you very soon. Take care. Goodbye.